Today is Wednesday, March 19, 2014. Sunrise was at 6:56 a.m. The sun will set today at 7:03 p.m. Length of daylight hours today will be 12 hours, 6 minutes. Of visible light, 13 hours, 3 minutes. The waning gibbous moon with 92% illumination will rise at 10:03 p.m. and will set at 8:15 a.m. Thursday morning. At noon today, the moon will appear within the 8th zodiacal designation, Scorpio, the Scorpion, spanning the 210th to 240th degree of the zodiac. The moon will pass above Rutland City at 238,250 miles distant. Skies are mostly clear this morning in downtown Rutland, and more clouds are expected later in the day, with the high temperature predicted to be 41 degrees on the Fahrenheit scale. There's an 80% chance of snowfall tonight, mixed with rain, 1 to 3 inches expected, and overnight low of 31 degrees. Winds southeast 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tomorrow, rain is in the forecast, 60%, and a daytime high of 42 degrees. High tides today at Kittery Point, Maine.
Kittery Point.
What did you say?
Kittery Point.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Will be at 1:29 a.m. at 10.2 feet and 1:59 p.m. 9.5 feet. Low tides at Kittery Point.
Kittery Point.
I know.
Hey, you don't have to get nasty.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're welcome.
Will be at 7:53 a.m. and 8:11 p.m. minus 0.9 foot and minus 0.3 foot, respectively. In a landmark discovery about the first moments of the universe, a team led by a Harvard astronomer announced Monday that it had found strong evidence of what happened just after the Big Bang 14 billion years ago. In the slightest fraction of a second, the universe, a speck 1/billionth the size of a proton, doubled in size 100 times over, a dramatic expansion called inflation. Scientists call it the bang of the Big Bang. The discovery was accomplished by capturing the first images of gravitational waves, ripples in space-time that were predicted a century ago by Albert Einstein's general theory of relativity. The theory of cosmic inflation was proposed by MIT physicist Alan Guth in 1980 because simpler models of the Big Bang could not explain some features of the universe as it appears today, such as its uniformity. Inflation proposes that there was an initial exponential expansion of the universe caused by a repulsive form of gravity, opposite the normal way of thinking about gravity as an attractive force. According to University of California, Berkeley, and Chinese researchers, a rapid succession of coronal mass ejections, the most intense eruptions of the sun, sent a pulse of magnetized plasma barreling into space and through Earth's orbit. Had the eruption come 9 days earlier, it would have hit Earth, potentially shutting down the electrical grid, disabling satellites and GPS, and disrupting our increasingly electronic lives. The solar bursts would have enveloped Earth in magnetic fireworks, matching the largest magnetic storms ever reported on Earth, the so-called Carrington event of 1859. The dominant mode of communication at that time, the telegraph system, was knocked out across the United States, literally shocking telegraph operators. Meanwhile, the northern lights lit up the night sky as far south as Hawaii. In a paper appearing Tuesday in the journal Nature Communications, former UC Berkeley postdoctoral fellow and research physicist Ying-D Liu, now a professor at China's State Key University of Space Weather, UC Berkeley research physicist Janet G. Lerman, and their colleagues report their analysis of the magnetic storm, which was detected by NASA's Stereo A spacecraft. Had it hit Earth, it probably would have been like the big one in 1859, but the effect today, with our modern technologies, would have been tremendous, said Lerman, who is part of the Solar Terrestrial Observatory team based at UC Berkeley's Space Sciences Laboratory. A study last year estimated that the cost of a solar storm like the Carrington event could reach $2.6 trillion worldwide. A considerably smaller event on March 13, 1989 led to the collapse of Canada's Hydro-Quebec power grid and a resulting loss of electricity to 6 million people for up to 9 hours. This has been today's Weather Minute. I'm Richard Alcott.